So just when you think Easter is over, think again. This is Jerusalem, and nothing here is straightforward. So just like in Jerusalem, we have 3 Christmases, we have 2 Easters. So you're probably asking, okay, why 3 Christmases and only 2 Easters? But that's a story for another video. So long ago, the Christian churches actually split into using 2 different calendars. And nowhere in the world is that felt as prominently as in Jerusalem, where you have such a high concentration of churches in such a small space.
In 1582, a pope in Rome decided to revise the calendar because truly it was moving too far away from spring. You know, Easter has to be a spring celebration because Pesach was a spring celebration, and it was when the moon was full. So what he did, that pope, in 1582, he made the reform called the Gregorian reform, following his name, which today sums up to be a 14 days difference gap between the Gregorian calendar and the Julian calendar. The Julian calendar, dating back to the early decades of Christianity, was suggesting that Easter should be celebrated after the equinox, the spring equinox, which is 21st of March. Then wait for the full moon, and then the Sunday that follows is simply the Sunday of the Resurrection, is Easter. 3 simple rules. After the 21st of March, then full moon, then Sunday. And this is how you calculate every year the date of Easter. The Gregorians changed the game because they took off. Back then it was 10 days, and then according to calculations, 1 more day and another day and another day, and today you'll get 2 weeks of difference. So Julian calendar and Gregorian calendar lead you to 2 different calendars of feasts.
Oh, and the date for Easter also hinges on the chronological events of the Jewish Passover, which Jesus celebrated during the week of his death and resurrection.
Why? Because chronologically, the redemption by Jesus, which is the sacrificial lamb of Passover, but in a Christian theology. So you have to finish with the Jewish celebrations and then follow the Christian ones. So what has happened this year, for example, is that the Catholics celebrated it with their Gregorian calendar before the Jewish celebration. The Orthodox will not give up on that rule. Not only they have a different March 21st, right? The March 21st they have is the Julian calendar, not the Gregorian, but also they must wait until the Jews are done with their feast. So these are the 2 rules. Julian and Gregorian calendars are different, and the Orthodox or the Eastern churches are mindful to celebrate after the Jews will celebrate their Passover.
Most of the world celebrates the Catholic and the Protestant Easter, but here in Jerusalem, the Orthodox Easter is the big show. And trust me, you haven't seen anything like it anywhere in the world. The Orthodox Easter revolves around an ancient event that takes place right here in the Holy Sepulchre. It's called the Holy Fire. Now, we have an entire video on that, and if you want to learn more about that, you should go watch that one. It's amazing. But Sabtil Nur, which is the Holy Saturday, draws thousands of pilgrims from all around the Holy Land and from around the world to this very church to see where it all began. Now, most of them are not going to make it in. But this is where they want to be every Saturday during the Orthodox Easter. The Old City will be closed down, and thousands of faithful that can't get in will be waiting all around the church and all around the Old City and even at Jaffa Gate just to get a chance for their candle to share the flame that, according to what they believe, emanates from the tomb of Jesus, which they believe is here inside the Holy Sepulchre.
In a year when the Jewish Passover is anyway coming before the 21st of March, then we don't have an issue at all.
So sometimes you've got both Easters actually landing on the same date and also within Passover, and sometimes also Ramadan. So all of that in Jerusalem at one time, that's what makes Jerusalem special.